Okay, still a lot of aftermath from the big storm last Friday night, and it was interesting on the local news last night. There's still people without power.
Still people without power.
P&M hopes to have almost 98% of it done today. What was interesting about the story is this is the first time that anyone at P&M can ever remember that they had to bring in crews from elsewhere. They brought in utility crews from Arizona, from southern New Mexico, and from Farmington. First time P&M has really ever needed help from anybody else. Usually P&M's heading out to other places to help out. And they called in some help to get a lot of this restored. And the downed trees just messed up power lines everywhere. We found this video. This is taken from the stage at the amphitheater at the zoo during last Friday night's event. Look at this. This is just as the storm is hitting. Watch the limbs fall from the trees here. The crowd is there for the Friday night zoo music event. As the storm moved in just before the concert. You'll see a big limb fall here in a second. Bigger than that one. There it is. There it goes. I mean,
it's just scary. I mean, I can't imagine if you're there, and it's kind of like being in the middle of a hurricane.
So here's a still photo of the aftermath of that same scene. Look at this. People abandoned their coolers, limbs down everywhere. That's that lawn area at the zoo. Yeah,
and I mean, this is just the zoo. Then there was the concert over at the Journal Pavilion.
Yes, that was cool.
And I mean, people were taking shelter in the bathrooms because they're like, oh my God, what's happening? And they didn't know what was going on.
The highest wind gust ever recorded at the Sunport was that evening.
Was that 89?
89 miles an hour. They've never had a wind gust that strong. And what it was just a convergence of about 3 different storms that all hit right over downtown at the same time, creating these microbursts and all kinds of bad news. Got a couple more photos here of some of the, there's Albuquerque firefighter Jason Pies rescuing this guy from the underpass downtown. You know, this is the underpass that goes under the railroad tracks on Central. As you can see, it filled up with water. And this was that night with, how about this shot?
This is a time lapse. No, this is a time lapse picture.
Is that time lapse?
So it's not all at once, just to warn people.
That is something, though. That is one heck of a good picture right there, even if it is time lapse. We had quite a time of it, but what's amazing is that they're still working on the power situation.
I mean, I was downtown the morning after Saturday morning, and people were all over the place trying to clean up. UNM crews were all over. There were big trees, unrooted, just falling on buildings.
Amazing.
It was insane.
It's amazing more people didn't get hurt.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be like $1 million worth of damage in Albuquerque, but, you know, everyone seems to be fine.